Hey yogis, I'm Nicole. Welcome back to My Yoga Time. Today I have an evening practice for you, which is fairly gentle practice, one that will help you undo any tension from the day and certainly correct any bad posture. I've got 2 blocks for this practice. If you don't have blocks, please improvise with a rolled up towel and a thick book. And we're going to start in a seated position. So if you're really tight through the hips, if you're sitting here with your legs crossed and those knees are up quite high, elevate the hips, sit yourself up on your prop. And if there's any discomfort with the legs crossed, feel free to straighten and relax the legs. So not too worried about what position the legs are in here. We're going to focus on the neck. So take those hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and then move the arms over to your left, elbow pointing to the left, then turn your head. We'll drop the left ear towards the shoulder so the chin will lift diagonally. And you should very quickly start to feel a nice stretch from the jaw to the collarbone. And as always with my classes, I encourage you to place the very tip of your tongue where the teeth meets the roof of the mouth. Feeling the breath gently roll over the back of your throat. And let's come back to center. We'll change sides. Arms over to the right. Drop the ear towards the shoulder, gently lift the chin. And breathe away any tension in the neck. And let's come back to center. Release those arms as you inhale, bring the arms above the head. And as you exhale, run those hands down the center line. Then inhale, arms out to the side. And as you exhale, cross the right arm over the left and then bend the left arm. So option 1, you'll stay here, creating a little bit of resistance between those arms and try and bring your shoulder down. Option 2, bend the right arm as well and take your full bind. Gently press those forearms together. Breathing into the upper back and shoulders. And let's unravel. Left hand to the floor, cactus arm with the right arm. We're going to lean over to the left, press down and away through that left palm, and then come back to center. Let's go again. Try and take this right shoulder back just a little. And then this third time, we're going to stay all the way down in our side bend. And feel free to look down towards the left hand. And let's come back to center. We'll inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, left over the right. Take the variation that best suits your body. Keeping the tongue gently positioned where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. And let's unravel the arms, cactus arms with that left hand. Inhale and exhale, leaning over to the right. So you should be feeling a nice side bend down the left side of the body. Drawing left shoulder back. And coming all the way down now for just a few breaths. Continue to press down and away through your right hand. A little tractioning. And coming back to center, we're going to come over onto all fours now, into your tabletop position. And just a little bit of freestyle here. So you might like to make a circular motion through the hips and the lower back. Just noticing any pockets of tightness, any kinks that you might need to undo in this evening's practice. And when you come back to center, let's curl those toes under. Inhale into a back bend. Exhale to round the spine. And this third one, we'll keep the spine rounded. Lift up those hips into your downward facing dog. Feel free to turn the head from side to side. Even walk out the legs a little. And then when you're ready, inhale the right leg up, look forward and step through, and lower left knee to the mat. So we're coming into a low lunge here, and we're just going to interlace those hands, place them on top of the right knee. Gently try and drag this left knee forward and engage the left buttock. Press down through the palms. Breathing down into that left hip flexor. Inhale. And as you exhale, half pyramid pose, take the hips back, straighten the right leg. You can always use your blocks under the hands here if you need to. So keeping this quad engaged, draw the knee up. Inhale, little lift in the tailbone. And then as you exhale, bend the knee. Bring the hands to the inside of the foot, and then we're taking a wide-legged forward fold. So pivot those feet. Feet are parallel to the short side of the mat. Let's inhale halfway up and exhale to fold. 2 more. So when you come up halfway, imagine you're trying to bring in a little back bend into your forward bend. So lifting heart and tailbone, and then exhaling to fold. Last one. You can bring those hands back in line with your feet if you have that comfortable range of motion, otherwise keeping the hands out underneath the shoulders. Always the option to use your blocks here or your books if you need to. And let's inhale halfway up. Walk your hands over to the left foot now, coming to the back of your mat. Right knee to the mat. We'll take that low lunge, interlace the hands, gently press down into the left thigh. Engage the right buttock. So by gently engaging the buttock and shortening the back side of the body, you'll deepen that lengthening on the front side in that hip flexor. So when we contract and engage one side of the body, we're shortening it. We'll simultaneously lengthen the opposite side of the body. So engaging here is going to lengthen here that little bit further, which is really nice if you've been sitting for long periods of time today. Let's inhale and exhale, hips back. Take your half pyramid pose. Try and drag the heel back. And let's return to our wide-legged forward fold. So option this time to keep the hands on the mat as you were before, or interlace the fingers, straightening the arms. And I encourage you here to take 3 exhalations through the mouth. Har out the breath. Let's breathe away any tension in the back side of the body. Well done, yogis. Lower those hands down to the mat. Let's walk back towards the right foot. Find your lunge. Step back into your downward facing dog. And then from here, if it's available for you, right knee behind the right wrist. We're taking our pigeon pose. So if you're really tight through the hips, you can always sit yourself up on one of your props. If you've got pain or niggling in the knee or any hip concerns, lean off over to the right, bend both legs so you're taking your mermaid pose instead. So left thigh, right shin parallel to each other and the short side of the mat. If you're here, you're going to fold off over towards that right knee. If you're in your standard pigeon pose, we're going to fold straight down. Of course, you can come to your blocks or your towel, or you can make a pillow with the hands. And notice if any tension has crept into the jaw. Keep the tongue gently placed where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. Feel the breath moving the body. And let's inhale to come up. From here, lean over onto that right leg. We're going to swing the left leg around, coming into a seated forward fold. So again, you can elevate the hips if they're tight. If you're really tight through the left hamstring or the back, bend this knee and place your block or your rolled up towel underneath. We're going to keep a little bit of resistance between the right foot and the left thigh. So gently press them together. We'll inhale the arms up, turning to face that left foot, and as you exhale, fold down. So we're going to come in and out. Inhaling to lift up, pressing right foot into the left thigh, and exhale to fold. Well done. This last time we're going to stay down now, and you can take a hold of the leg wherever you land. If you can reach the foot, take the foot. If you can't reach the foot, it does not matter. And you can place your drishti, your 1,000-mile stare, either at the big toe or down towards the knee. If you tend to get a little bit of nerve pain or sciatic pain down that side of the body, then keep the drishti, the gaze, on the big toe instead of the knee. Try not to force the body down as far as it will go. If you're sitting at your edge, then just ease off a little bit and see if you can deepen your breath in the back side of the body. Feel that spacious inhalation lift and expand the back. A moment to pause before you exhale and soften. And let's inhale, just rolling up through the spine to come all the way up. We'll take an open twist from here, lift up that right knee, cross the foot over, place the right arm on the inside of the leg. So here I'm only sitting on the left leg, right buttock is well and truly off the mat. Press the arm into the leg to help with your stability and looking over your shoulder. And let's return to center. So transitioning from here straight into your mermaid pose on the other side, bending both legs, left shin, right thigh parallel to each other, or full pigeon, bring in this left heel, straighten that right leg behind you, and fold forward when you're ready. Whenever your mind wanders off, just come back to the breath, moving the body. Remember that sweet little pause before each exhalation. Follow your next inhalation out of the pose. Again, we're going to lean over to the left as you bring your right leg around. Create that little bit of resistance between the foot and the thigh. Arms coming up. And exhale to fold. Even here, press down a little through that right heel. And this third time staying down now, taking a hold of the leg or the foot. And then breathing into the back. Feeling the in-breath expanding the body and pressing those lines of tension. And with the out breath, the body softens and surrenders. Follow your next inhalation out of the pose, taking that open twist once again. Cross left leg over the right. Press the left forearm into the inner knee. And let's release. Well done, yogis. So from here, take a hold of your props. We're going to come down into an upper back bend, our supported fish pose. So I've got one block directly under my shoulders and another block under the head. If you need to lighten this pose, you'll take the block under the head higher. And if you want to deepen the pose, you can practice with nothing under the head. And if you don't have the blocks, it's your rolled up towel, which is going to go behind those shoulder blades. If your back is a little niggly, you might choose to keep those knees bent to begin with. Otherwise, you can straighten and relax the legs. I'm going to remove the block under my head and go a little bit deeper. And breathing into the heart center. And let's prepare to release this pose. We'll bend those knees, bring the arms down by your side, palms down, and just push halfway up to seated. Remove your props. And coming down onto your back. Once on your back, take the feet as wide as the mat. Let those knees fall into touch. And just feeling the meeting points between the upper body and the mat. Breathing into any newfound space. And when you're ready for the next position, reaching for your block once again, or your thick book, and moving into a lower back bend now, lifting up those hips. You can place the block on the flat side, or if it feels okay for your back, you can go a little higher. Arms can stay by your side, palms facing the ceiling, or you can take those arms above the head. And feeling the navel gently rise and fall with the ebb and flow of your breath. This is another wonderful pose which will help to correct our bad posture. Great way to gently stretch the back and also stimulate our digestion. Nice lengthening here for those digestive organs. Let's lower the hands down if they're above the head. We'll pick up the heels and the hips together, remove your prop and lower down slowly. When you touch down to the mat, cup the hands over the knees, fingertips point towards the feet, arms as straight as you inhale and bend the elbows as you exhale. It's only a gentle counter stretch, but quite powerful in releasing the lower back. And let's undo any last bit of tension in the body with a cleansing twist. Move the hips a little to the left. We'll cross the right leg over the left, knees coming down to the right. Rest those legs on your prop. And if this twist is too intense on your hips, uncross the legs instead and place that block in between the thighs. Breathing into the lower belly, the lower back. Let's inhale those knees to center, changing sides. Move the hips over to the right just a little. Crossing those legs once again, lower into your twist. When you're ready, return to center, uncrossing those legs as we move into Shavasana. I like to place one block under each thigh for Shavasana. That's a personal choice. Feel free to lay flat if you prefer. Gently tuck those shoulders under, turn the palms to face the ceiling. And we'll scan over the body. I'm relaxing my feet. My feet are relaxed. I'm relaxing my legs. My legs are relaxed. I'm relaxing my back. My back is relaxed. I'm relaxing my arms. My arms are relaxed. I'm relaxing my head. My head is relaxed. Feel the in-breath touch the nostrils. Feel free to swallow if the mouth is dry. Or gently rock your head from side to side. Feel free to wiggle the toes and fingers. and following any urges to move or stretch. In your own time, roll to your preferred side. Like a moment in the fetal position before pushing up to seated. Thanks, yogis, for practicing with me this evening. I hope you were able to undo any tension that you had accumulated throughout the day. If you haven't done so, please do subscribe to the channel, not just this channel, but any teacher that you watch on a regular basis. It's the best way to support free yoga on YouTube. Wishing you sweet dreams. Namaste.